Gold Squad TV. All right, man. I've been very, very busy today, but I kind of want to get to some points, man, because I'm not gonna front. I'm getting, from a music standpoint, I'm getting kind of tired of these verses conversations. Now I'm a very avid listener to Joe Budden podcast, and I gotta admit, this Ronnie romance episode is probably one of the boringest episodes I've ever seen. Now I'm not gonna be critical of the podcast. I'm not gonna be a big pump killer. Start making disjoints and shit. Listen, them cats are pros. Love what they do. So this is not personal. I'm just gonna keep it buck. This episode's boring. I don't like it when they talk about music, and it's a music podcast. But usually when they talk about music, it's really from a scale of. It's always a debate, and it's always some type of debate versus like a debate, and then it starts becoming more about these versus series. Now, back when the pandemic happened, we started getting these, Swiss Beats and Timberland started the whole versus series. And what they were doing is having different artists put their catalogs against each other. And they basically compare catalogs by playing songs from each catalog to see who's going to win. I was never a fan of this to begin with. I feel like it's just celebrity egotism in a sense to kind of like, okay, this is the whole tear somebody else down in order to put somebody up type of thing that sometimes I don't be liking about urban and hip hop and R&B and type of music, because everybody has a place. And then to me, like, I don't really care to debate who's the bigger or better artist. I just rather enjoy the records. That said, this whole D'Angelo Maxwell debate is pushed me over the edge. I'm going to tell you why. I love both artists. They make very soulful music. It's the type of music you go take your girl out to, go have a good time, have some nice peaceful candlelight nights where you get to chill and watch TV, and have some making love sessions with. Great music. I don't need to compare their catalogs. The idea of this versus series shit is annoying to me. It's annoying. If you're not gonna battle and you're not gonna sing off to see who's the better singer, then I really don't see the point of having these verses. Yo, there was a versus between who would win between, Teddy Riley versus Babyface. I thought that was crazy. I'm like, yo, really? They're two different lanes of R&B. They're both great in their own right. I don't need to tear somebody down in order to put somebody up as a way of comparison. We need to stop debating these things when it comes to music, because everybody has a space to be in. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to give me shit or give me slack over the fact that I sound like a hater or I just sound kind of outdated. But to be honest with you, man, I'm big on artistic integrity. Me being a former artist myself, former rapper, I wouldn't, had I actually made it and actually been something of a rapper, I would not want to go and have a versus to compare my catalog against somebody who's just as successful, if not more successful. That does nothing for me. Like I see DMX and Snoop, and X was performing and Snoop was performing, and I'm like, yo, this is what you guys is doing on a pandemic? There's so many things. Read a book. Find something to do during your pandemic time instead of just always looking to be entertained. Or be constructive and become your own entertainment. Be creative. I don't need to debate who's the better R&B singer. I hate hip hop debates. I honestly I'll tell you, I don't want to compare LL to KRS-One. They're both dope to me. I'm preferably gonna go with KRS on that, but I'm just saying I don't want to compare two goats, man. Like, I don't want to do that. And then act like another person's so far in the stratosphere that you can't compare him to the other person based on industry standards. Like, I'm not down with this. This is not entertaining content for me. This is the reason why I feel episode 416 of the Budden podcast, Ronnie's Romance, has been extremely boring. So they've been talking about music from the minute this podcast started. And I happen to highly disagree. R&B is not in a good place right now. All I hear is a bunch of depressing R&B singers who are introverts. This ain't the stuff that we were hearing back in the 80s and 90s, and that's my prerogative. That's my opinion. You don't got to listen to me nor even like what I'm saying here. You have a right to your opinion, and I salute you for that. Politely, respectful. But at the same time, I'm just not really into these whole versus things. I'm just annoyed with it, and I really can't wait till this is done. I really can't wait till this stops. I don't need to have a 2 hour deep dive on who's winning a versus. I don't need to have a 2 hour deep dive on who is the best R&B singers of today's day and age. None of them are memorable. None of them are memorable. You know, I put Sade's catalogs, if you really want to just because Harrison, I'll put Sade's soul catalogs over any of these R&B singers that you guys keep parading right now. And I bet you I win. Because all the old shit is always the most memorable shit. The new shit is just for a 2 year stretch, and then the new depressed introvert comes out. It's always a new introvert that comes out and makes some introverted sounding R&B music. I don't need to hear this stuff. It's not really my stilo. So at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. The fact of the matter is that everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do with content. I just don't think this is worth spending 2 damn hours having deep dives on. Find some other shit to talk about. Joke. Like, I usually watch this podcast for the jokes. That's all I care about. I don't really care for the music content. Their opinions are annoying. You know, like, it's the same thing when they talk about sports. Annoying. Not just them. A lot of these podcasts that are out here have pretty much annoying, opinions, in my opinion. But everybody's got an opinion. It's like an asshole. Everybody got one. That said, I don't have to stare at the asshole. Pause. I don't have to stare at it. I want to give me some creative shit to talk about. And not joke around. Crack jokes for 2 hours. That's usually what people want to watch a podcast for anyway. Keep it real. Anyway, me personally, I would like the versus stuff to be done with. Gold Squad TV, subscribe, salute, peace.